May 9, 2025. Red Square transforms into a global stage. Victory Day, marking the Soviet defeat of Nazi Germany, draws 29 foreign leaders to Moscow's parade. And among them, Burkina Faso's President Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the world's youngest head of state. Why does this matter? Because Africa is rewriting its role in global diplomacy, and Traoré's invitation by Vladimir Putin underscores a changing balance of power. Since 1945, May 9 has been Russia's most sacred holiday, Victory Day. Parades, veterans, and military spectacle honor the Great Patriotic War. In 2025, the Kremlin marked the 80th anniversary. Guests ranged from Brazil's Lula da Silva to China's Xi Jinping, alongside African leaders like Ethiopia's Haile Selassie and Burkina Faso's Traoré. For Traoré, it's both tribute and strategy, a public affirmation of Burkina Faso's non-Western alliances. Captain Traoré seized power in Burkina Faso in 2022, leading the youngest African government in history. He's championed anti-colonial rhetoric, resource sovereignty, and diplomatic realignment away from France. His presence in Moscow, a former Cold War ally, signals a deeper partnership, security cooperation, mining agreements, and language programs. This visit mirrors a broader trend: African states diversifying partnerships beyond the West. Russia offers military training and mining deals, China builds infrastructure, Gulf states invest billions. For Traoré, Russia is more than a guest, it's a partner against extremist threats and economic marginalization. In return, Moscow secures strategic footholds in Africa's gold-rich Sahel. Yet, Western observers warn of risks: dependence on authoritarian regimes and opaque contracts. Footage shows Traoré standing between world leaders, an image CNN calls Africa's new assertive face. At the Kremlin gala dinner, Putin toasted brothers in arms, referencing shared struggles. These public displays reinforce mutual respect and geopolitical messaging. What does Traoré's Moscow trip mean for Burkina Faso and the continent? First, it boosts his domestic legitimacy, portraying him as a global statesman. Second, it signals alternate security options for countries battling jihadist insurgencies in the Sahel. Russia's private military companies, rebranded as Afrika Korps, are already active in Mali and Sudan. Finally, it shifts the narrative. Africa's future partnerships hinge on mutual respect and shared interests, not on outdated donor-recipient models. Critics argue, is aligning with Russia worth the human rights trade-offs? What about unchecked resource extraction? Analysts at TASS note these partnerships must be transparent to avoid neo-colonial pitfalls. Traoré's gamble could reshape Burkina Faso's economy, but it also risks alienating traditional allies. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's visit to Moscow on Victory Day isn't just ceremonial. It's a bold statement. Africa is forging its own alliances and challenging the old world order. What do you think? Will this partnership strengthen Africa or bind it to new forms of dependency? Comment below. like if you're watching Africa's Rise, and subscribe for deep dives into the continent's geopolitical shifts.